Hello, this is Starcita May, and I am with EM Healing, and I'm excited to bring another fun episode on our journey of healing. And today we're going to still talk about the year end and unfold how the year has been for our guest, Justin. And I'm going to let him take a moment to introduce himself. Go ahead, Justin.
Hey, how you doing? I am Justin Rhedrick from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a memory and a mindset coach, and the name of my practice is Bitcoin Vegan Transformational Services. How you doing, Marjorie?
I'm doing awesome. I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely enjoying this trip of helping others unfold their healing journey. And I just want to take the time to appreciate you for allowing me to ask you a couple of questions about your past year journey.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you a little understanding, I usually do my videos for about, well, not my videos, my episodes for about 20 minutes. So
Okay.
that we're allowing our listeners to start considering their own healing process, but at the same time, not giving them too much to where they might trickle off and not work on their own healing. So we want to make this a positive, smooth transition as much as we can, because we know that it's not an easy transition, right?
Hell nah.
So with us only having a couple of days left to the end of the year,
Mm-hmm.
did you think about how intentional were you about 2019 at this time last year?
God dang. This time last year, I was intentional part in partial ways. I was very intentional about growth this time last year. I might have
Mm-hmm.
had some. I probably did some I like to call improper goal setting,
Mm,
but
mm,
I was definitely that's something I really pay attention to, like within the past few months. But I was very intentional about growing, and bet there I was very intentional about going deep, like extremely deep. And with going deep comes certain cycles, and sometimes you start reflecting back. But yeah, I can say 20. I can say being very intentional about growth in 2019 around this time last year was very key. So
awesome.
it was something that was it was something I paid. I didn't really pay too much attention to when I actually said it, but now looking back at it, December 26, 2018, to be completely honest, I don't remember.
Mm,
Excuse me, but
I know what you mean. I definitely know what you mean. I was there. And that's why I sent you. For all the listeners out there, Justin and I have a previous relationship. We're very big on sending the information out there for others to obtain it. So this time last year, we created our first coaching crew video because we were working on creating a segment for a couple of coaches to get together.
oh yeah.
Does that help bring you into your mind frame of where you were at this time?
Yeah,
Last year?
right. All right, good. Bam. So last year around this time, we were creating a group called the Coaching Crew TV, and I believe I was helping uh my girlfriend set up a vending event for Dr. Lila Africa, and around those times where we were just really starting to get into like getting well. I know that I was just getting into the mastery portion of our coaching, and I was trying to also scramble things together to go to the mastery retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had wanted to do and I probably just finished up the oh shoot, yeah, I do remember now. Matter of fact, December 25th, 2018, I had my first client session with a client.
I remember this. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So now you're a whole year later. You've recollected your memory. So you feel like now 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 you're seeing how important it is to set your intentions because you lightly set your intentions last year, right? And
Hmm.
and now this year, what can you say has manifested out of this year, and what you need your intentions to, what you would like your intentions to look like going forward for 2020, because it's the end of the year. And so I know we spoke about the making your intentions from 2018, but it's also an end of a decade. So can you consider what intentions you had at the beginning of 2010 and see how much
Oh shit!
growth?
At the beginning of 2010, I was in straight like I was in straight street slash hustling mode. Like I was nowhere near none of this.
Mm, mm. So you already know going into a new decade, this is a whole new Justin,
Oh hell yeah! Like this is come hella high water. It's gonna be lit.
right?
I don't care nothing about it. Like it's like in 2010, I had just officially dropped out of college. I ain't have no real direction. 2010, I didn't have anything really in 2010.
Mm,
I had gone to prison for 3 years from 2011 to 2014. So really, in 2014 and 2015 was just having fun.
mm-hmm.
So for like the last 4 years, 2015 up until now, there's been some tremendous growth.
Transformational. It's definitely, you went from having someone, you went from having no goals to ending to close to the end of the decade. You started creating intentions.
Hmm.
So, so now that you see the power of intentions, now that you have a new year and a new decade, can I help you pull out what you want to manifest for yourself in the next year and the next and for the next decade? This is gonna, solidify the Justin in 10 years from now. So imagine.
So like for this decade coming up, I've gotten, let's look at it like this. Probably in July, I started paying attention to a different aspect of my coaching.
Hmm.
And that was like just, my memory and my brain. I really started paying attention to working on my brain and advancing myself in levels that I could take my clients to as well. So like when I started reading, I was like, I'm gonna have 20 books read by the end of the year. And and that's nothing. I increased my memory retention, my learning speed, my speed of reading, my effectiveness. Like I believe all in all, and this is something I also offer to my clients, through various sessions and seminars and workshops. Someone asked me the other day, like, how much of your brain do you think you use now? I said, well, there's people out there that say you already use all of your brain, just how effective it is. And
Hmm.
to be honest, I believe I've increased the efficiency of my brain by at least 200 to 300%.
Mm.
So now it's just certain intentions to set are some as in of course, still digging deep into myself, bringing out the greater me. So I want to actually step more into what's called flow
Mm.
through. I don't know if anybody out there read it's called The Rise of Superman, decoding the decoding the superhuman experience. But in there, it talked about like how adventure athletes will step into flow on a constant basis, consistent basis, and what stepping in flow could actually mean. So a part of what I do as well, I recently stepped out into the community here and I started noticing like there are a lot of negative things that go on. Like upward mobility is 4%. That means if you're born in Charlotte in poverty, you're going to die in poverty. It's just real hard on people. So I just started noticing like where my certain skill sets and talents in business can, help improve communities on that level, which is another reason why I choose to go deep. So certain improvement, certain intentions. I actually did a vision board, not a vision board, but a mind map